When can a chess pawn promote? Imagine your pawn making its way across the board, inching closer to the other side. It's not just about moving forward, but about transforming into something more powerful. That's the thrill of pawn promotion. So, when exactly can this happen? Well, a pawn can promote only when it reaches the farthest row on the opponent's side of the board. For the player controlling the white pieces, that's the 8th rank. For the player with the black pieces, it's the 1st rank. Every pawn moves forward 1 square at a time, except on its very first move, when it can move 2 squares forward. It captures diagonally, which means it can take an opponent's piece that is 1 square ahead and to the side. Promotion happens only when the pawn lands directly on the last rank, either by a normal move or by capturing an opponent's piece on that last rank. Once it reaches that final row, the player must choose to replace the pawn with a queen, rook, bishop, or knight of the same color. This choice is made immediately, and it's not optional. The pawn cannot stay on the last rank unpromoted. You can promote to any of these pieces regardless of how many of that piece are already on the board. So, it's possible to have multiple queens or rooks, which can be a game changer. Most players promote to a queen because it's the most powerful piece, often called queening. But under promotion to a rook, bishop, or knight can be useful in specific situations, like avoiding stalemate or setting up a checkmate. Promotion usually happens during the endgame when fewer pieces remains, and advancing a pawn can turn the tide of the game. A passed pawn is especially valuable because it has no opposing pawns blocking or able to capture it on its way to promotion. You can delay promoting a pawn if it benefits your strategy, but you cannot leave it on the last rank without promoting. In practical play, pushing a pawn toward promotion is a key part of strategy. Controlling the board to support your pawn's advance or stopping your opponent's pawn from promoting can lead to victory. The threat of promotion often forces your opponent to spend resources trying to stop it, creating tactical opportunities for you. So remember, a pawn promotes only when it moves onto the opponent's back rank. At that moment, it must be exchanged for a more powerful piece of your choice. This rule is a big part of chess strategy and can be the deciding factor in many endgames.